Okay, we will learn about SQL. Okay, what is SQL? SQL is structured query language. It is structured query language. Okay, SQL. We will use MySQL to execute the SQL and manipulate the commands, manipulate the database, right? SQL is a language to fetch the data, to search the data, to add the data, to delete the data. So this is all data manipulation. Okay, first of all we create a database. Okay, to create a database we use create database name. To create a table we use create table, and to create index we use create index and index name, and for the stored procedure and all other things, triggers, we use create statement. So to create the database we use create database and database name. For example, database name is college, this. Okay, now to create the table we use create table, name of the table, column 1. For example, name of the table is student, column 1 is student name, and type is varchar, character, and its size is, for example, name should be 20 characters long. Okay, and column 2 is email or roll number, type is integer, and size is, put some size 10 or whatever, and up to column n. Okay, how to add the rows? We use insert statement, SQL insert statement. The syntax is insert into table name, column 1, column 2, column 3. Table name is student, column 1 is name, column 2 is email, column 3 is roll number, and values are, for example, value 1 is name is Ali, value is email is ali@gmail.com, and value 3, roll number is 1. Okay, to update the rows, we use update table name. Set column 1 is equal to value 1, comma, column 2 is equal to value 2, where id is equal to some id. This is to update the record. One record, id is equal to one record, to update the one record. And to delete it, delete from table name, where id is equal to some id. Okay, and to search, we want to search column 1, column 2, where column 1 like value 1 between, and percent sign, means anything come before the value 1 and anything come after the value 1. We use or for the second. Okay, so if for the value 1, if name is Ali, if we put L, then it will give all result containing L, before A, after I. Or email like value 2. Okay, order by column 1. Column 1 is, for example, name, ordered by name. And to select all the rows we use select star from table name, student, order by some column name, for example, name. To get the unique records we use join. Okay, joins create the tables. Okay, join the two tables, left table and right table. Okay, and this is the nickname of the table. This is some nickname of the table, tab 1. Okay, the table name is left table name, this left table name, for example, student, and its nickname is S. So we should write S dot, column 1 is name, S dot name, and table 2 is tab 2, that is the right table, this right table, its nickname is tab 2, and tab 2 dot column 2. Why we use tab 2? Because this is a long name. If we write left column name, left table name dot column 1, left table name dot column 2, and there are 10 or 20 columns, it is difficult. We short the table name and we give the nickname, and we get all the column values with the nickname. Okay. Then we use inner join and right table name, left table name, nickname of the this, and then we use inner join and right table name, and then its short name on tab1.id means primary key of tab 1 and primary key of equal to primary key of tab 2, where tab 1 we can use where condition, where primary key of is id, tab1.id is some id. So this is how we use inner join. There is left join, right join, outer join, inner join. Okay, this is inner join. Inner join means all unique records from left and right table. Okay, there is no null record. Okay, empty record, right? In the left and right, all the records containing some value. So this is how we also there are some commands. Drop database. This is the command, drop database. Okay, we have drop table name, drop database name. Okay, so these are drop statements. Okay, so we will use now MySQL. Okay, MySQL, and we will use interface phpMyAdmin. Interface is phpMyAdmin. Okay, now let's see how to do that. Go to localhost and write phpMyAdmin. Okay, and press enter. Okay, we should start, I think we should start this SQL. There is, okay, it has been started, right? Now it is loading. phpMyAdmin is interface for MySQL DBMS, right? We will use SQL in this. Okay, first I go to SQL and I write create database. Okay, create database name is, for example, school. Database name is school. Okay, and I use this semicolon and press go. Okay, now the school database has been created. This is school database. Now to use this, we write in the SQL use school. Okay, semicolon, and I create the table. Create table student. Okay, and for the student we have create table student, and we have column name. Column name is roll number. It should be integer. Okay, it should not be null because it is primary key. Not null. It is unsigned also, and it is auto underscore increment. Auto increment, automatically increment, right? Auto increment, and it is primary key, primary dash key. First column, and second column is name. Name should be variable character, varchar, and it should be, for example, 30 characters. Okay, and it should also be not null. Okay, not null. There must be a name given, semicolon, and I use go. Okay, the table has been created. So if I go to this SQL and show databases, show tables, okay, and I press go, okay, I should use school, okay, show tables. Okay, there is one table student. This is student, right? Now I create another table, that is course table. I will use school database and create table course, and it's there is course ID, okay, course ID is course ID should be integer, not null, auto increment and primary key, right? And the second is title, course title should be varchar, and it is 50 characters long. Okay, so this character we should concentrate on these characters because it takes bytes. Okay, so 50 characters, 30 characters, 20 characters, you should concentrate on this because every character takes bytes. Okay, so this is the maximum length. Okay, variable character takes whatever you put. For example, if there are here we have given 50, if we put 20, then it will take 20. Okay, this is variable character. If you use character, then it will use all the 50 characters. Okay, char. Okay, now I press go. This is the second table, and we create third table. Okay, we will write use school database name, and we create third table is teacher. Create student course and create okay, we should use only two tables. Okay, two tables are enough. There may be three tables, but we will use one-to-many relationship. There are relationships because a table is a relation, a row is a tuple, and every row has different columns. So it is a grid, rows and columns. Okay, so we should use two columns, and we will discuss how to create one-to-many relationship and how to create many-to-many relationship. This is our goal. Okay, and what is third normal form? Okay, third normal form means there must be only one unique key in the table. Okay, there must be one unique column. If we use roll number and we also have another column email, then this is not third normal form. There should not be two unique keys. There should not be two unique keys in a table. Okay. Okay. If there are two unique keys, then there must be two tables. Okay. So if there are, if we use ID roll number, email, these are 3 unique columns. Okay, so there must be one unique column. One thing, and if we have many to many relationship, for example, many to many means if a course, many courses and many students, and one to many is if one student has many courses, this is one to many, and one teacher has many courses, but many students take many courses, this is many to many relationship, and many teachers have many courses, again many to many relationship, many students have many courses, so this is many to many relationship. Okay, so left table and right table, many to many relationship. This is all about relationship. Okay, so we will discuss many to many relationship, inner join and the other commands, right? So create table is and create database we have discussed here. We will use SQL Designer. Okay, so let's see how we will do that. Now we write use school database name and we insert 3 records. What is the insert statement? Insert into table name. Table name is student. Okay, and student has roll number and student has name. Okay, and values are 1 is roll number and value is Ali, right? And I press semicolon. This is first record. Okay, so I want to insert roll number and name. This is inside the bracket. We have roll number, we have name, right? And then space, values, and for the roll number we have roll number 1 and for the name we have value Ali. So if we have 10 columns, then 10 values. Okay, so we have 2 columns and 2 values. Okay, and again roll number is primary key. Primary key means unique, no duplication. This is unique key, first thing. And primary key relates with relationships. If we use a primary key of one table in another table, that is called foreign key. In that table, foreign key. Okay, so roll number, we will use roll number in another table, so roll number will be foreign key in that table and primary key in this table. Okay, why we use relationships? What is the reason? To avoid the duplication, to have easy manipulation of the records. A record is a row. For example, this is one row, 1 Ali, this is one row. One row is inserted. There are 2 columns in that row, that is roll number and name. And this is third normal form because roll number identifies all the columns, name and roll number. Okay, so there is one unique key. So this is third normal form. We should not use two unique keys. Now I write, I put another column, insert into student and again roll number, second row, name, values are 2 and for example Arshad. Okay, so this is second row. Second row means first row is 1, second row is 2. Name can be any, not null. Name cannot be null. Name cannot be null. So for the roll number we have value 2. For the name we have value Arshad. Okay. there are two students we want to insert. Okay, so we have thousands of millions of records. When you go to Google for one search query, there are millions of records. Okay, millions of records, and the search is, we retrieve millions of records in 1 or 2 seconds, less than 1 second. We get the result. So they created some indexes, unique records, right? Now this is an easy database to see how relationships work, how PHP admin works, and how databases work, and what is third normal form, what is one-to-many relationship, and what is many-to-many relationship. Okay, so we have inserted two students records, two rows in the table. What is the table name? Student. Okay, now I press go. Two records have been inserted. If we see, we can use select. Okay, here select all star from student. Okay, select all from student and semicolon. Okay, for one statement you should not use semicolon. Okay, again it will give an error. We should use school. So there is left this school. You see this school. If I click this, there is no need of to use school, because we are learning SQL. That is why I use again and again database name. Okay, and the table name. It will show all the records in the student table, all the records. Okay, so there are two records. So if I press go, then it will show the result. So these are the two records, one Ali, two Arshad. Okay, for this exercise this is enough. Okay, these two tables, this is enough, right? Now we will add two records in 2 or 3. Okay, now I do not write use, because this is school database already selected. DB is school. If you see in the query string, there is school selected. Okay, now I insert two records, insert into course. Okay, so course has course ID. Course ID is integer. It is not null, and it is auto increment. And it is primary dash key, right? And then comma and title of the course. Okay, we are inserting. We have created. We are inserting it. Okay, we should use course ID. Okay, this is not create statement. This is insert. Okay, now we delete it and we only put title here. Title and values are, for the course ID we have value 1, course number 1, and title is, for example, SQL. Course is SQL. This is first row. This row will create one row in course table. First of all, we see that this is third normal form because course ID is unique. Title is not null, okay, but course ID is unique, it is primary key. Okay, there are no two unique keys. First thing, then we write one for the course ID and the SQL for the title. This is first row. This will insert one row in course table. Okay. Now if we press enter and I insert another record, insert into same statement, name of the table, course, the column name, column number 1, course ID, column number 2, title, and space, values, and course number 2, and HTML. Okay. These are the two records. These records will be inserted into, two rows will be inserted into the course table. Okay. So these two rows 1 and 2, if I write 1 in the second row, then this will give an error because this is a primary key. This should be unique. Okay, if I write SQL 2 times, then there is no error. But there must be title, there must be unique title for every course. If I write SQL again, then it will not give error, but it is some logical error, right? It is logical error. So we will see how one-to-many relationship work. Okay. I press go. And if I now see the tables, school, and I go to course table and I browse. Okay, this is browse. SQL 1 and 2 rows. Second row is HTML. Okay. So now we have 2 tables in the school database. One is SQL and other is HTML. One is course table and other is student table. And both tables have 2 records. And both tables are normalized third normal form. Okay. Now we see how to make one-to-many relationship. For example, one student has many courses. How to do that? Okay, let's see. Now we have 2 tables and every table has 2 records. We want to create one-to-many relationship. To do that, we have to alter the table, or we can make use of this structure. Okay, structure. Okay, and we add a column after title. This is add one column. I press go. Okay. Now the column name is student ID. Student ID. Okay. In the course table, we have student ID. This is integer and we should save it. Okay. The student has been, you see that SQL statement, alter table course, add student ID, integer not null after title. So this is the SQL. You can use, you can save it to use it in some scripting language. Okay. Now the record has been inserted. The column name has been inserted. I'll go to SQL and I add 2 rows. I add this time I will use this browse button. I will use this insert. Okay. So you see, student ID, this I should update it. I should edit it. Okay, edit. And I should put the ID 1. Okay, ID 1 here. Student number 1 takes SQL. This is student ID. This is student ID. Okay. Now I press go. And you see the update statement. Update table name set student ID is equal to 1, where course is equal to course.course ID is equal to 1. So student ID is 1. Now I also update, you see this has been updated. Now I also update this HTML. Okay. I press edit. You should use SQL update statement, right? Set statement with the SQL. You write it. Okay. I should update it to, for example, this is for the student 1. So student 1 will take 2 courses, HTML and SQL. What about the student 2? What about the student 2? Student 2 also has some course, that is HTML. Okay, let's see how to insert the record. Okay. Student 2 will also take HTML course. Okay, there is some JavaScript problem in this browser, so that is why it is loading. It is not loading. So it is still loading. I should use, okay, let's go. Let's go. Now so this is simple one record update. It is not showing anything. Okay, okay, it is not showing HTML1. What if I error in processing, request error code 0 and error text is error. Okay, this is some error. Okay, due to some JavaScript, some scripting. Okay, now this is SQL1 and HTML1. Student 2 will also take HTML. How to do that? I have to insert the record. I go here and insert the record. Okay, you see there is error below. There is error. This window. There is JavaScript error, right? That is why it is not loading. so it is taking too much time. Okay, there is some, we should exit the pages. Now it is still loading. Okay, I should reload it. Okay, there is one column I should add. I should add course ID is 3, title is HTML, and student ID is 2. Okay, student ID 2 will take this course. Press go. Now this is okay. Now we see this is insert, the row has been inserted, right? But there is a problem. If you go to browse, okay, go to browse and browse the records, you see the problem. One student has many courses. Okay, so student number 1 has SQL, student number 1 has HTML, this is okay. But student number 2 also has HTML. This is the problem, because we have to insert HTML again. HTML 4 bytes. Again the course title. Okay, you see the error in the design? This is the error in the design. Now what to do? Because there are many students, there are many courses. So course title must be 1. There in the course table, the course title must be 1. There must be one course in one institute, one school. Okay, one course name, not two rows. Okay, so if we see HTML and HTML, it means if we have 100 students, right? If we have 100 students, then what we will have to do? We will have to do HTML, we will have to insert HTML 500 times, 100 times. So 100 multiplied by 4 is 400 bytes. Why not use only 4 bytes? How to do that? This is one-to-many relationship, but this is actually many-to-many relationship, because many students have many courses. So this is why we break the table. We break, table is also called relation. We break a relation into many relations, into another relation, another table. So what we do is, whenever, this is a rule, whenever you see many-to-many relationship, many-to-many records in the left and right, you should go for third table. Okay, so course has many students, many courses, many students, many students, many courses. So we should add course student table. Whatever the name should be meaningful, but course and student, this should be the third table name, and we should delete this student ID, table ID from here. Okay, we should delete it. We should delete this record. Okay, this is duplication. We should delete this record also. This record, it is duplication, first thing. And we should go to structure, and we should drop this, drop. Okay, drop student ID. So what to do is, we have to create another table. Whenever you see many-to-many relationship, there is third table. In the third table, we have primary key of one table and primary key of other table. So if there are two tables, then join them take the primary key of one table, take the primary key of second table and put in the third table. If there are 3 tables, 4 tables, then put all the 4 primary keys into a third table and make relationship. Okay, this is many to many relationship. If there are 10 tables, I mean whatever, take all the primary keys and put in another table and make the relationship. Okay, this is how we avoid the duplication. Okay. Now we will see how to do this. Okay. To create many to many relationship, we first have to create index. This is course table and ID should be index. Okay, so ID create index. Okay, I create index and this is now it is loading. So this is the index. These are indexes, and this is course ID. So it is binary tree. Okay. You see, this is binary tree and this is course ID 2. Okay. This index has been created on this. First index is primary key and second is the index on course ID. Okay. So we also add in the student, we add index, student primary key. We should go to structure. Okay. And now, and this is index. This is index. Make the primary key index. Okay. Okay, this is roll number and it is indexed. Okay. So we have 2 tables and primary keys are indexed. Now we create third table. For the many to many relationship, we need third table and we create table. How to create the table? So this is a new way. I go here and I press new. Okay, this is visual interface. You can do with the create table statement. So name of the table should be, what should be the name of the table? That is, left table is course and right table is student. Course student. Okay. Many courses have many students. So first of all, course ID. So course ID, it should be integer, and for the student we have roll number. Roll number is primary key from the student table. Okay, and I just create this table. I save it. And it will add 2 primary keys. This is course student, third table. Now we can make many to many relationship, primary key foreign relation, primary and foreign key relationship with the SQL query or with the designer. So the designer is very easy. We will use designer, right? First, this is ID, so it should be indexed. This should be indexed. This is index. Okay, and I add index here. This is index. To use the designer to make the primary key and foreign key relationship, it should be indexed. Okay, now this is index, and the second is roll number should be index. Okay, now we have created the indexes. Okay, so index has been created, these two indexes on course ID and roll number. Now we use designer. We go to school, this school database, and we go to more, and there is an option designer. I click this designer. Okay, so it is loading. Now this is the designer. This is to create ER diagram. What is ER? Entity relationship. So course is an entity, separate entity. Student is another entity. Course student is another entity. This is relationship table. This is called a relationship table between the two relations, course and student. These are entities. And the relation in the relational database management system, we use relationships. What are the relationships? With the primary key and foreign key. So course ID is primary key in the course table. It is foreign key in the course student table. Roll number is primary key in the student table, and roll number is foreign key in the course student table. But we have to create the relationship. How to do that? Let's see. This is designer, and we should go here and bring this course here and this student here. Okay. So we have created the indexes, and course student is here. Okay. Now I go to relationship, create relationship, and I choose course ID. This course ID. Okay. So select foreign key. What is the foreign key? Foreign key is from the select. Okay. Now first select primary key. Create relationship, and I take course ID. Okay, there is some problem. I take create a relationship, and I take course ID. Then foreign key is this course ID. This course ID. Okay. Now you see the screen, create relationship. This is foreign key. So it says on delete, what should be done? Cascade, set null, no action, restrict. So cascade means if the record is deleted from the course, if a course is deleted, the ID is deleted from the course student, the relationship table. If the primary table record is deleted, the foreign key in the foreign key record also deleted. This is cascade delete. And cascade update means if we update the table, foreign key table, and any record, then that is also updated in the foreign table. Okay. So we will not use any delete or update. Okay. Now I press just OK. Okay, it is taking time, but you see there is third table and the relationship has been created. Okay, the relationship has been created. If you see, this is the relationship. Okay, now this is relationship with the course table. So I use this, So JavaScript is not working correctly, that is why it is not showing the right output. But relationship has been created with the primary key course ID and the course ID foreign key in the course student ID. Second is roll number. Okay, I go again here, create relationship. Okay, this is I should take from this primary key, and foreign key is roll number here. Okay, again we see there is cascade update delete. We will not use that. Okay, so we will see the second relationship will be created. Remember, we should use index all the keys. Okay, then make the primary key and foreign key. So these relationships, why we use relationships, why we use this pictorial diagram picture? Because it is easy to understand all the columns, it is easy to understand, create the relationship. This is a small database, only 2 tables, but if there is large database, then you should have analysis phase, you should have database design, and in that you should design this first, see it, and every byte, every what is the type, what should be the size, and what should be the relationship. Okay, okay, now this is third normal form. This diagram shows there is no duplication. Okay, so why we have used this? We want to fetch the records. Okay, we want to fetch the records from course ID, and so we add insert. Okay, insert the records in the course student. So course ID is 1 and roll number means student ID is, student number 1 will take course number 1, student number course number 1, and student number 2 will also take course number 1, student number 2. Okay, press go, and we have third row, another row. These are 2 rows in the relationship table. Okay, now we add another row. This is the query. Okay, you see how to add multiple queries, comma, and put the values. This is another way and easiest way, right? So course ID is 2, student ID is 2. So student number 2 will take 2 courses and student number 1 will take 1 course. Press go. Right? Now if we go to SQL, and we browse, you see course ID 1, student number 1 will take course number 1, student number 2 will take course number 1, and student number 2 will take also course number 2. So course ID is repeated and student ID is also repeated. So it means we can repeat the rows. We can repeat the rows in relationship table. Okay, what is the benefit? The benefit is we avoid the duplication. If we write HTML, if we have 500 records, for one student, 500 records, 100 records, 50 records. We only use these keys, these IDs. If a course has 50 characters, then we have to put 50 characters for 100 times. This is not easy. This is very difficult, right? For every student, right? So this is why we use relationship table. Okay. Now, how to fetch the record? How to fetch the record means how to get course title from the course table and student name from the student table. How to do that? Okay. Now we will go to SQL. Okay. And we write join query. We have to join two tables and use the relationship table. Okay. Now let's see. Okay, this is the query window, and we will have to use join query here. So select from, this is okay, select from course student, right? We should write here there is some JavaScript error, that is why it is not working properly. I should go again here and I load again. Load it again, let's see. So it is loading, still loading. There is not responsive, become responsive. So this is the web interface. I mean, there is some problem with the browser, right? So we should reload it. We should reload it. And now what we will do is we will select the rows. How to select the rows? We use S for student, S dot name. S is short name for student, S dot name, and C dot title, course dot title. Okay, from first table is student, from student, and its short name is S. Okay, so we select S dot name, means this is the short name of student. Okay, and C is short name of course. Why we use short names? Because if there are 50-60 columns, if there is a big form and we have to store that form, how to do that? We have to write student.name, student.title, student.address, student.email. It is not easy. Okay, so how we do that? This is to use this short name student as, and I write inner join. Okay, inner join, and now inner join with student, course student. Okay, so this is right table, student is left table, and student course student is relationship table is right table, and I write short name CS, course student. Okay, now on, we write on. Okay, on what? Primary key from the student table, left table, and foreign key from the relationship table. So primary key is s dot roll number. Okay, s dot roll number is equal to what? CS, course student dot roll number. Okay, first thing. So this is one thing. Now next is I write inner join course. Course is C. So we also want to use title, C dot title. So inner join course C. So S dot roll number, inner join C. Okay, on primary key C dot course ID is equal to CS dot course ID. Okay, and I should delete this. Delete this, right? Now this shows that we have to join the relationship and the table to fetch the records from the multiple tables. So we use short names, we use inner join, we use on. On means primary key and foreign key equal to, primary key and foreign key relationship. Again we have to inner join with the course to get the course title. Okay, and now if I press semicolon, right, this is the query for the inner join. There is left join, there is right join, there is outer join, there is inner join. There are many different kinds of joins, but we are using inner join for the unique rows. Okay, this is many to many relationship, and we are using this. Let's see what is the output. Press go, and you see Ali SQL, Arshad SQL, and Arshad HTML. This is the report. This is report, means there is no duplication in the course, there is no duplication in the student, and we have used course student as relationship table. And okay, now we should use search. Okay, go to query and I should use this. I will go to SQL. Okay, this SQL. Okay, we can create a query here, selecting the different columns and joins. Okay, now for the search we will use select all, select title from course where title like %, and we have HTML record, for example, we use T. Okay, and percent, and close this. Now it will search all the records where T is located. Whatever after the T, whatever before the T, it will search all the T. Okay. So HTML, there are two records, one is SQL and other is HTML. So it will fetch only one record. But if you see Google, there is one search term where there are millions of records with the same query, okay, SQL query, right? Now if you go here, press go, so title text is HTML, right? You see this HTML? This is how we use search, right? So if there are many records, it sees the actual record value, okay, like the value, like this value. If I omit the percent before the T, then the value should be started with the T, and after that whatever is it, okay. If we omit the last after the T percent, then the last character should be T. And if I put the value between the percent and percent, then whatever comes before, whatever comes after, then the value, okay. So this is how we search. So we have used drop, we have used create, create the objects like create database, create table, create index, create stored procedure, create many things. We have also used this designer. We have also used primary key foreign key relationship, and we saw that in many to many relationship there must be some the third table, relationship table, and put the primary keys of the two tables in that table. If there are 4 tables, 5 tables, and there is many to many relationship, then make a separate table and put all 5 keys in that table and make a relationship and get using inner join, left join, right join, whatever. Okay, there are many methods. So we will use this knowledge of SQL to develop WordPress plugin, and we use WPDB query to fetch the records from this database. Okay. So this is how we write queries, and we use some part of designer to use ER diagram, okay, how to use ER diagram and how to make primary key foreign key relationships, okay. Now we should end this tutorial. You can use any scripting language to get the records from the database using these queries, okay. Okay, thank you very much. Subscribe the channel if you like this, if you get some help, okay, any help in regarding your knowledge, regarding your lessons, regarding your course, okay, subscribe the channel, right? And also there are upcoming videos. You will see that how to use this SQL knowledge into the scripting language, like we will use PHP, you can use C#, you can use JSP, whatever, okay, whatever the language is, the SQL is same, okay. And for the Oracle there is PL SQL, there are versions. For the SQL Server there is T-SQL, okay, there is NoSQL also, okay. Okay, thank you very much.